Like when you look at the pictures before you, those are pictures of the largest Palestinian city back in 1947, the city of Jaffa, home to nearly 73,000 members of Palestinian families. The place was bombed, destroyed, and the population of Jaffa was reduced to around 100 people. If you color those pictures, they will look like photos you've taken from Gaza today, or yesterday. The same kind of violence that aims at displacement and destruction of Palestinian communities throughout Palestine. Why Gaza? Simply because Gaza is today's largest Palestinian city. So if you want to turn Palestine into a Jewish-only place, you have to remove the Palestinian population. And this is what the Palestinian population have been subject to for more than 100 years. And it's a process that continues up until today. And you could see elements of that also during the process of the genocide that was carried out by the Israeli government over the population of Gaza in the past 470 days. Mind you, the difference between Palestinian subjects to ethnic cleansing and displacement and other populations that were subject to the same atrocities and same crimes is that Israelis claim that Palestinians do not exist. Now, their claim that we as Palestinians don't exist is not only contradictory to historic facts, like when you believe that Palestine was a land without people, then you have to eliminate 10,000 years of a human history in the city of Jericho. You have to eliminate 4,000 years of a human history in the town of Bethlehem. What's the point of denying Palestinians' existence? The point is that if I deny the existence of the victim of my crime, I deny the crime. This is why, like many defenders, supporters, and beneficiaries of Israeli criminal behavior, would start from the denial of the very existence of the Palestinian people in Palestine. Because when I deny the existence of the victim of my crime, I deny the existence of the crime. The second thing that is required to happen if you want to turn Palestine into a Jewish homeland or a Jewish-only place is land itself. Now, we as Palestinian society, we are a very diverse society. We don't have much in common in terms of language, accent, faith we identify with, and so on. And even skin color and ethnicity. We are very, very diverse. And that's where the wealth of our culture comes from. It comes from our diversity. Yet, we have one thing in common, which is that we are all born to families that were robbed completely or partially of their land, property, inheritance, and homes. And that is a process that has been legalized by the Israeli government since 1949. How does the State of Israel rob Palestinian families of their inheritance? They simply make your life on your family's property dangerous, which means that you would be risking your life to be executed and murdered. You will be risking your life of being arrested or deported. All those practices are carried out by the Israeli government up until today. The third step required for turning Palestine into a Jewish-only place is that you want to import Jewish people from all over the world to come and live permanently on the land of Palestine. The Israeli government claims to be a Jewish state, yet they do not have a definition for who's Jewish and who's not. And the reason for the lack of that definition is that they can be selective. They want to be selective. So anybody who identifies with Jewish faith and examines Israel's atrocities towards Palestinians through Jewish principles and commandments and so on, like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, or he who destroys one life is as evil as if he destroys the whole world. When you examine the conduct of the Israeli government through Jewish principles, you will see that the Israeli government is violating Jewish principles, in their mistreatment of the Palestinian people. So if you look at it in this way, if you are born to a Jewish family and you ended up believing in equality, justice, a criminalization of wrongdoings, then you are the wrong Jewish person for the state of Israel. You will not be allowed access. But if you have tolerance to the criminal behavior towards Palestinians, if you have tolerance to Israeli oppression, you are willing to support it, benefit from it, and so on, then you are the correct Jewish person for the state of Israel. So those three processes of ongoing displacement of the indigenous Palestinian population, of ongoing robbery of the inheritance of Palestinian families, of ongoing replacement of the Palestinian population with selected kind of Jewish Israelis, you know, that is kind of the context, like in order to turn Palestine into a Jewish-only place. So if you want to understand anything that has been going on the land of Palestine for nearly 100 years, you have to recognize those three processes in order to have a clear understanding. Now, if you are born to a Palestinian family, you are on the victim end of this process, and that's just by birth. If you are born to a Jewish family, you are on the beneficiary side of that process. You know, it doesn't matter if you like it or you hate it, you are proud of it or you are ashamed of it. These are the three processes that have been going on the land of Palestine.